Hello, THP, and welcome to another chat with the team members from the 2022 Grandaddy Team THP. Tonight, this is a cool one for me. We've got a buddy of mine that I met at a Callaway event actually back in 2016, I believe it was, the hashtag the cup. So first up, I've got PKorf, Paul over there. Then we've got drp3434 drp. Is it just drp or what do you go by, Danny?
Whatever you want to call me,
Drip?
man.
Drip.
Drip's becoming more common. I have no idea where that came from, but you know, derp was more common back in the day, but
Yeah,
whatever you want.
sounds good. And then last but not least, we've got Captain Caution, Alec there. Welcome aboard, guys. Appreciate
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, appreciate you joining. All right, so we'll just go around and get some introductions. We will start. Let's start with Drip as he's taking a swig.
All right. Yep. DRP3434. DRP is my initials. Used to be Derp. Now it's turning into Drip. I don't know what that means, but it's all good. So I've been playing golf most of my life ever since I was a little kid. Growing up playing mostly with my dad and my grandpa. Played through high school, all 4 years on the high school team. And then obviously just for fun after that. Joined THP in June of 2013. I think so, a little bit before the first Grandaddy. Was fairly active for a few years. Lived up in Chicago, and then moved down to Texas at the end of 2016. Life got a little crazy, a little busy. Kind of stepped away from golf a little bit and away from THP also. And then finally started getting back in the game after like 5 rounds in 5 years. Started getting back into it last December, playing more, jumped back on THP, and here I am.
Nice. It's cool to see these guys that like you've been around for quite a while. It's cool to see you get in.
Yeah, it's glad to be in.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, Captain Caution, how about you?
All right, I'm Alec. I guess we saw the first video, so they were giving some ages and stuff. I'm 38, live in Cleveland with my wife. We've got 2 kids, a son who's 4, and a daughter who's 2. I dabbled a little bit in golf when I was, junior high school and high school. Never got really serious about it until later in college, when it was a little easier to get around Chicago, where I went to school, and had a little bit more disposable income, which is always good for golf. Joined THP a little bit after Danny, later in 2013. So the Grandaddy, the original Grandaddy, was the first event that I followed, and I got hooked immediately. I played in the King in spring of 2014, and convoluted story that we can get into if we want later. But because of that event, I found out about the company that I moved to Cleveland for. So because of Callaway and THP, I'm here, and kind of similar to Danny. We were when we had our son, stepped away a little bit, not really from golf, but from THP. But it was always there in the back of my mind, and I'd drop in here and there, but never as much as before, and definitely now. So cannot believe that I'm in the Grandaddy. It's just unreal. So thrilled that I got chosen, and really excited to represent everyone out there.
It's awesome. And Skull Vikings.
Yes.
All right, Paul, PKorf.
What's up? What's happening?
Let's hear it.
Yeah, Paul. Gonna be 40 on Saturday. So that kind of sucks.
You're old.
Yeah. Well, I mean, come on. What do you expect? I think I joined THP not as PKorf back in December of 2015. It's probably a long story that we don't need to get into, but let's just
Come on,
say
Pin
that
Slayer.
I still slay pins. Did a little bit of that today. Got into golf when I was young, like 7 years old. My dad got me into it. My dad just turned 91, which is pretty cool. Can't play anymore, but anyway, he got me into golf at like 7. Started playing with him in his league. Played 4 years of high school. Played 2 years of college. Got pretty decent, and then life and job, and realized that was never going to get paid to golf. So joined THP. Have loved it ever since. Have had some ups and downs, and I love where I'm at with the community. And good Lord, am I excited to be a part of the Grandaddy. It's crazy.
Yep, that's awesome. All right, so let's dive right into some questions. First question, this is a two-parter. All right, first question for PKorf and Captain Caution. What is the best thing about living in or near Cleveland?
The seasons. The best thing, huh?
Yeah,
I don't know. Alec, are we giving like real answers?
I think you're
I
just.
mean,
I think
we
you're
could
just.
do-
You're
we
just
can go-
killing
we
time
can-
because you can't think of anything good about
We
You
it.
can
notice
go-
how hard it is? Yeah, you can't
we
come
can
up
go
with anything.
straight. We can go straight serious. We can go straight serious. I mean, I think one of the greatest things about living in Cleveland is Lake Erie and the access that we have to it. Right in the middle of downtown. We're never going to run out of drinking water, which is also great. But the just that the resource that you have for just for fun. I mean, you can go boating, you can go fishing, you can go ice fishing because it freezes over. It's so shallow. That's one of the real cool things about Cleveland. And I think we're supposed to give two. Cleveland, I grew up in the Twin Cities. We talked offline a little before. And Cleveland really reminds me of smaller Minneapolis, where you've got the Midwestern working attitude. Everyone's generally friendly. If you need something from your neighbor, you go ask and they're going to help you out. And I'm sure that's everywhere, but there's just something different about it in the Midwest, and Cleveland certainly is not lacking for that.
Yeah, so mine would be, on a serious note, it's just a good place to live and have a family, right? It's a big city that has everything you want. Does it get cold? Yeah, it gets cold everywhere. It gets cold in Minneapolis. It gets cold in Chicago. It gets cold in all the big cities. It's kind of like a big city in everything that a big city offers without having to deal with the BS of the big, huge city. It's still kind of a small city. Does it have its problems like every single other city out there? Sure does.
Yeah, it's Cleveland.
I personally love all 4 seasons. I personally love all 4 seasons right now. Fall is my favorite because it's cool. Today was like 68 degrees. I don't know. It's just honestly, it gets a bad rap, and that's fine. We're okay with it getting a bad rap. We're a little bit tired of it, but we're all right with it. It's a good place to live. It has some really great golf, and more importantly, Alec and I live in it. So
I lived in Chicago for 12 years, and it is a fact that I could not have a house like we have. It's modest. Couldn't have a house like we have a 20-minute drive from downtown Chicago. It's just impossible. And that's one of the reasons that my wife's family is just down the street from us, a 10-minute drive. That's why we moved to Cleveland, to be closer to them. It's just a better, more affordable lifestyle for sure.
Drip, what's the best part about not living in Cleveland?
We don't have enough time.
That's fair.
Hub status
never-
airport.
I've never been, so I can throw some shade, but I don't know for sure. Never been.
So Drip, I was supposed to ask you, why are you so quiet? And would you be more comfortable if I held up like a keyboard or something for you to see? Would that be like your comfort zone to make you talk more?
It'd be better. It would help. I mean, Roger's not here, so
Oh,
can get in a
geez.
few more words.
That's right. Paul, I have a question for you. Remember that time we played the tips at Copperhead and I beat you?
Oh,
What does
Yeah.
Cody do?
That's really all I have. I don't really have a question. I just wanted to point that out again.
Yeah, let's use that as Jason Finley likes to talk about audits. Go audit that one, Finley.
what's Cody doing here?
I needed to have some Callaway gear in my hands, man, that day. That was terrible. And kudos to you. You played great there.
What's up, guys?
We have a big
Hi,
goofy
Cody.
smile.
What's going on, guys?
Why are you here?
Because I wanted to come visit with my favorite teammates.
Did you do this
JB's
on
not
everybody's video?
So again, I
What's
ask,
that?
why are you here?
So,
What's up?
Crazy.
Where are you at?
Paul finally made it. Figured I had to come
He showed up
down
and he
and
paused.
You're gonna show in and have service like this?
Am
Yeah,
I
not a
available?
strong start, Cody. Not a
This is
strong
bad.
start.
Just not a start.
Really
All right, we're
glad
gonna-
you showed
we're
up.
gonna have to
Cody.
cut you out. We
No.
can't hear you.
Boot
That's
'em.
gonna have to get edited out.
Boot 'em.
Ooh, this
Oh no, is
man.
it getting better? It's getting better, right?
Okay,
It
No,
feels
we
like
can
it's
hear
getting
you.
better.
We can hear you.
Can you hear me? Can you hear
Yes.
me now?
Nope.
Awesome. So I'm just gonna be
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.
Really great.
Sorry, Cody, we gotta boot you out. It's a party fail.
Is that his idea?
All right.
Your idea, Deb?
We're back. Okay,
Is that his idea or your idea?
hold on. That
been
was
a while.
him. So that was Cody wanted to join and he had questions, but we're going to we're
You
gonna
can
skip
text
that.
them
So
to you.
yeah, we're gonna skip
Cut that
that.
one
So
out, yeah.
he wanted to do a run-in. Okay, so let's get back to some
Work.
questions. Let's get back on online here. All right. So how has and we'll start with Captain Caution. How has being selected for the Grandaddy changed how you approach your golf activities?
It's given me some extra focus. When I was selected, it was the beginning of July. Had member guests coming up, had big guys trip a little bit after that. And that was gonna be the pinnacle of my golf season here. But having this goal, just this event that I don't want to go in not playing my best. We're going to be fit to some great equipment. We're going to have a blast playing. I was telling my our assistant pro, in my lesson, because I was having just some terrible driving of the ball. Normally, you might just write it off and not really care. But I told him about the Grandaddy and how we're going to get fit, and I just need to. I want to have the golf game that I'm capable of, so that the fitters and everyone at Callaway that we work with get to do their magic. It's really helped keep me focused here in the fall. Going out to the range when I can, during lunch, because it's just down the street from me, and not really throwing away any rounds or anything. It's a really good motivator, that's for sure.
Yeah. Paul, how about for you? Because you've got winter coming up, obviously. How has it changed your approach and trying to squeeze in as much as you can beforehand, or how you're going to do it?
Well, yeah. So funny, I found out, and when I found out I was playing amazing, it was probably the best I was playing all year. And I had started this kind of big life-changing weight loss thing back in March. And this gave me certainly some extra motivation for that, right? In terms of the golf, I don't know. I don't want to say that I'm not concerned about how I'm playing when I go into it. I certainly want to have a good swing, right, when I'm getting fit into the equipment. I don't know that it has given me a goal that I would never have ever. Forget about when it is. It just has given me a goal. It just happens to be in December, which is great because God knows I can't golf in December, and you certainly can't golf in December, Kev. Actually, I think last year I did maybe play 1 or 2 rounds in December. But anyway, it's to Alex's point, it's certainly focused my goals. I think what I'm approaching, how I've tried to go into this is, I know really well right now what my shortcomings are, and I cannot wait to see what they do to fix those or change them dramatically, right? So of course I want to have my good swing, but I could go into this whole thing. I had a range session today and I had a lesson today, and it was an absolute disaster. I was hitting the ball terribly, right? And that's good. That's a good thing to have at a lesson, I guess. But at the same time, I'm like, oh God, I'm a month out from the Granddaddy. This is not the swing that I want to have on the range. Then I went out in the afternoon and I played great. So, that's it. Kev, that's me. My game is, I could be slinging it and I could be hacking it, more hacking than slinging, that's for sure. But I'm just really excited to be really open, probably more so than ever, receptive to, and maybe that's how I prepared myself, right? Just more open and receptive to whatever it is that they can show me that improves my game more than ever before.
Yeah. Well, that brings up another
he definitely meant slaying instead of slinging, though.
I know, I was going to make that comment too. They're hacking or slaying the pins.
It is about to be slay season.
So, but your comment brings up a good question. I'll ask you, Drip. What part of the bag are you most excited to get fit for? What are you looking to come away from that fitting?
I won't cop out and say the whole bag because I've never been fit for a whole bag before.
Sure.
Number one would be irons. Mainly because it's the only part of the bag I've never gamed Callaway before. I've had a Callaway club in every other part of my bag, or do in almost every other part of my bag right now. I have a Callaway club. So I've actually only I got fit for irons this summer, and obviously I hit some Callaways there. I think that may actually be the only time I've ever actually hit a Callaway iron. So definitely looking forward to irons the most for that purpose. And also, it's probably the worst part of my game is approach from the fairway. I don't hit a lot of greens whatsoever. So getting fit by the guys that do it best for that part of the bag, and hopefully can get some help there, is definitely what I'm looking forward to the most. That and driver would be 1A, and then driver's 1B. I still got a 14-year-old driver, the Great Big Bertha from 2014 that I'm gaming right now. So I can only imagine what I'm going to gain once I get fit into the new 2023, hopefully 2023 equipment, and see the gains that I get there. And chicks take the long ball, So
That's right. Alec, how about you? What are you looking forward to the most?
I'm looking forward to irons as well, but for a different reason. I'm currently playing Callaway irons. Play the 2019 Apex combo set.
Nice.
And since then my game's improved, so I'm looking forward to see. I'm not afraid of forgiveness, but I'm really interested to see how demanding an iron I get fit into. And then actually the 1B would be hybrid and fairway wood. I know they're going to get me in a good driver. They're going to get me the right grind for wedges. But hybrid and fairway wood, I struggle with, getting them in the air and getting the flight that I want to see consistently. So I'm really looking forward to that, lower top end of the bag, and seeing what they can get me into.
Nice. Paulie, how about you?
Well, before the weight loss, I would have never said driver. With this weight loss, and there's a lot of people out there that have lost a lot of weight, and I'm super happy and excited for them. I've lost 46 pounds, and my timing is so jacked up. And I've always heard this weird old person story of like, when I hit 42 years old, I lost all this distance. And I don't know if it's because of the weight loss. I don't know if it's because I'm about to turn 40. I don't know what it is. I haven't lost the distance in my irons, but I have certainly lost the distance in my driver. I have this weird feeling that they're going to fit me into something, a new driver that's going to be like, I don't know, something dumb that it's like 15, 20 yards. And I'll go, how did that happen? I have no idea. Irons I'm excited about. I don't know if I'm most excited about the irons. Other than I have played Callaway Woods. It's been a while. I've always kind of played an Odyssey putter. I've never touched a single wedge of theirs.
Their wedges
but
are
I've also
so
never
good.
played. That's what I've heard, and they look awesome. These new Jaws wedges look awesome. But I've never played any of their irons. So to be cliche, like Danny just said, I mean, I'm kind of excited for the whole bag because there's different reasons, right? I'm excited for the irons because I've never played them. I'm excited for the driver because I need the help. I'm excited for the wedges because wedges, and God knows I need some putting help. So Sean might be getting some Exor hugs from me.
Nice.
I'm just going to hug everybody. I'm going to hug everybody and often.
Somewhere JB's just curling up in a
The
ball.
guarantee.
That's not guaranteed.
He's not going to come within 20 feet of Paul during this whole trip.
He wouldn't anyway. It's fine.
I'm just gonna rub your head every time you hug me, Paul.
Yeah, that's fine. I'd probably come up to your nipples, so that's okay. Oh wait, that's Cody. My bad.
Just
don't tease Paul with a good time.
Yeah.
All
be
right.
gentle if you kiss him.
So speaking of JB, this last week's Worst Golf Podcast, he had kind of a pretty cool announcement. Sounds like there's going to be something kind of cool going on, and I think it's in January when they have the release party, the media day party. What do you guys think of that? That was a pretty sweet drop.
Pretty wild.
Okay.
Pretty wild. I mean, to think that obviously there's going to be a lot of eyes on that. Sounds like there's going to be the party or whatever is going to be insane, huge. Obviously at THP, there's going to be a ton of people, not only the core members, I guess, that are always on there every day commenting, but I know they get a lot of traffic of just general people passing by and stuff. And to be able to be a small group of only consumers, maybe the only consumers, I don't know, in the whole world who have seen and played them in multiple rounds is going to be able to comment on that live when all that's going on is pretty insane. That doesn't happen.
No.
Have they ever been to that live launch before? I feel like they were there maybe a couple years ago, but I don't remember.
I don't know.
I think it's pretty sweet though.
I don't remember that there's been anything quite like, and we didn't get a lot from JB and the podcast, which is to be expected, but I don't recall there being anything like this big from Callaway. I've seen it from other companies, and to hear that this event is happening means that there's something big coming, and it just makes me wonder, like, what's coming. Like, we already know about Great Big Bertha. What is this?
And I think they have done this before, because I remember following on Instagram. I think there were posts from athletes and all kinds of people that were covering it. I can't remember if THP was there or if they were going to be there, But I remember following along with it, and I mean, it's just a big party. It was
Yeah.
awesome. Super jealous that I couldn't be there. So it's really cool that, you know, some of the THP crew is going to be there, and that, I mean, you guys get to, get to be a part of it, you know, going through that thread and answering questions and be hand in hand with it. So that's going to be sweet.
It's gonna be nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to be in the thread, but I think I'm duly excited for Canadian and J-Man to be there while we're in the thread, because hopefully we'll be able to interact with them, or they can shoot us some questions or whatever it may be, because I think it's really cool that they get to go. So
Yeah.
It's crazy. And just to add on what Alex said about excited about what that means, what is coming, to have a party of this size. I remember JB made a comment too. I don't think it was last week, maybe the week before, 2 weeks before, about how insane the drivers are going to be that are coming up in 2023. And no, we didn't mention a company, but Callaway being Callaway, I gotta imagine they're one of the ones they're talking about. So can't wait to see what it is.
Trying to remember if it was this last episode, I think it was, he mentioned that, I thought he said it was Callaway that's doing something that's never been done before. I'm excited for you guys. Excited and extremely jealous.
That was in wedges, wasn't it? I think.
Maybe it was. I thought it was
just said it in general.
I think it was in general.
Okay.
Because I don't think he was sure if they were coming out with new wedges, since they just came out with the Jaws Raw. So I think it might have been the rest of the lineup. But either way, man, that's awesome. That is going to be sweet. All right. So next question. I've been asking this to everybody. Now we're just getting into some random ones. If you had a walk-up song to the first tee of the Grandaddy, what would your walk-up song be?
There was a walk-up song thread not that long ago.
Oh, yeah.
A couple months ago, maybe. I think my answer in that was "Pretty Fly for a White Guy."
That's a good one. Yeah.
That
was actually my the garter song at my wedding. But I think I'd change it, you know, because that's funny, that's goofy, and that's generally what I like to try to be. But I think I'd like to do I would do "Cinderella Man" by Eminem, I think.
Ooh, that'd be a good one. Alec, how about you?
I think I got to go back to the old high school days and wrestling. I think I was using Green Day, "Hitching a Ride." You know, that guitar riff at the beginning. That's a pretty good one. I think I might just stick with that. Dan, you said "Pretty Fly for a White Guy." One of the guys on my wrestling team used that as his song. It's just hilarious.
Nice.
Right before you're trying to beat the crap out of someone.
Yeah. Paul, what Simon and Garfunkel song are you choosing?
Come on. Definitely not Simon and Garfunkel. Man, I just went to a pretty badass Metallica concert in Pittsburgh. That was awesome. It would have to be something by Metallica. Enter Sandman comes to mind, although that kind of gives off the wrong message, I think.
A little cliche too, yeah.
Yeah, a little cliche. It would either be something by Metallica, or let's just embrace that Cleveland roll and go MGK Till I Die. Look it up. It's amazing.
I thought you were going to say. Which one? I thought you were going to say the Cleveland Rocks song.
That's what I was afraid of. I thought Cleveland Rocks was going to be
Presidency of the United States of America. Yeah.
No. Is that what you're going to do? Yeah.
All right. We averted that crisis. All right. So I missed a question about Callaway. Who, and obviously we don't know who's going to all be there that you're going to get to talk to, but based on, you know, the typical characters, who at Callaway or what department are you looking forward to meeting with the most, or getting to pick their brain with the most? Paul, we'll start with you.
Wow. Pick their brain the most. I gotta go. What department? I gotta go either Sean just, and that's, I'm not going to get all, X-Thor on Sean, but it could get borderline close. If my putting was just better, man. Or does Roger still come to the events? I don't remember seeing him there last year. If Roger Cleveland is there, I might just hop inside of his pockets. I don't know. I love wedges, and I love short game. That guy has so much knowledge in golf and how to play wedges that I can probably just sit there and talk to him for hours. So it's got to be one of those two for sure.
Yeah.
Roger Cleveland told me he liked my action out of the bunker at Cog Hill. That
Nice.
was one of the greatest compliments ever.
No doubt. Holy smokes. That's awesome. How about you, Alec?
And you're still carrying that good.
I'd probably go with Luke, especially on the course. Let's get some blueberry vodkas going and get that upper Midwest coming out, because that's definitely going to happen for me.
Fellow Vikings fan.
Yep. But I think I'm looking forward to picking engineers' minds.
Shocking.
Yeah, shocking, right? I mean, the structures that I design aren't supposed to move and aren't quite as dynamic as a golf club golf ball collision. But I love marketing, but I'm ready to just pick the brains of the brains.
Yeah. It's cool sitting in the Q&A with them and just getting to ask those types of questions. It'd be fun to be around you to be able to ask those questions with that kind of mental mindset already going into it. So Danny, how about you?
Probably would be just any of the product people in general, product managers, engineers, people from that group. Because I'm a engineer by trade, my degreed engineer, and was in engineering before. I was too dumb for that, so I left. So now I do product management. But so I've done engineering and product management for consumer goods. So didn't pick the brains of any that's in those categories over there on both sides. Both, obviously, the products going to be mostly about the products while we're there. But I'd be lying if I don't want to learn a bit about how they handle things on their side, running R&D projects and stuff like that, and how all that runs inside Callaway, and seeing how it is at their place. So definitely those groups.
That's
Nice.
Kev, they like the numbers. I like the pretty colors.
Shiny.
Oh, it's bright and shiny. Cool. Meanwhile, Alex like, where blah blah blah. I don't care. Can I hit it far? Great. How do I hit it far? You swing? Good.
Yeah, I like that color.
That's
what
a
color
really
paint
cool
fills in
color.
the irons this
Three
year?
colors.
Will the pink paint fill make the ball go faster?
Yeah.
Look, as a Phil's guy, it's just a goldfish.
Yeah. That's awesome. Okay, so some random questions. Best golf course you guys have ever played?
It's just Sand Valley and Mammoth Dunes. It's more recent in my mind, but those are two golf courses that can beat the ever-living snot out of you if you're off, but you're never going to lose a golf ball, and you're going to have a smile on your face the entire damn time.
Yeah.
I mean, you just don't realize that there's topography like that in the middle of Wisconsin. And just the conditions out there are firm and fast and fun. You can play shots that you don't normally play, but it's mostly right there in front of you, and you're going to have a blast doing it.
Nice. Derp. How about you?
Oh man, I honestly I don't have a good answer for this one. My luxury course experience is pretty slim in that I had never even had a golf specific vacation until this summer, going to Myrtle Beach with the 21 Grandaddy guys. So in all honesty, some of the courses there are probably not I only got to play 3 holes at Caledonia, but that would probably be one of the nicest. I don't know if that counts since I only played 3 out of 18 holes before we almost got struck by lightning. But probably that one, or TPC or Myrtle Beach. I really actually liked a lot. Not everybody, there's kind of a mixed bag of the thoughts on that place, but that course, the layout and how it was set up was the type of course that I really enjoy. So those 2 are probably at the top of my list, and won't be there long. A month, that'll change.
Yep. Yeah, you guys are going to heaven on earth pretty soon. Polly Two Gloves, how about you?
Man, the nicknames just keep coming, don't they? So there's some really cool courses that I've played that rank up there. I just don't know if I would consider them the nicest courses. Like Torrey Pines is a cool course. I don't know if it's the nicest course. I played a course that's probably top 2 or 3 in the state of Ohio this year, called Brookside Country Club.
That's good.
In Canton. It is unbelievable. Just unreal golf course. If anybody's listening to this and they want to look up some pretty pictures of golf courses, look that up.
That's Donald Ross.
It's
right?
like Firestone. It's what?
It's Donald Ross, right? Brookside.
Yes, it's a Donald Ross design, and all of the greens are still Donald Ross. It's hilly, it's hard. It's just an awesome golf course. It's private. I've also played. It's a course that kind of mimics Oakmont. It's very close to Oakmont, called Fox Chapel, which is also like top 2 or 3 in Pennsylvania. Been a long time since I played that, but I remember that being an Oakmont type of experience. Really cool. I will say that those are both very Midwest style golf courses, so I'm pretty excited I've played some desert golf out in LA, Las Vegas, but I'm really excited to see these hideaway courses, man, because they look so pure.
They are pristine. Drip Dog? Or no, we already did you Drip Dog. Sorry. My bad. Myrtle Beach, 3 holes at
That was a
Caledonia.
lame answer, remember?
No. Hey, at least you
Let's
got to
not
do
go
the
back
drive
in.
up to Caledonia.
He
One
just
of the
played
best.
he just
cool.
played a
Yeah.
Colonial. Don't let him sell himself short.
It was honestly, I was very underwhelmed by Colonial. I prefer my home public course over Colonial.
Sure.
It was built in like what, the 30s, something like that.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Who on the team is the best trash talker?
Ooh. Danny's pretty good.
Yeah, Danny is pretty good. Yeah.
Danny's pretty good.
As long as he has a keyboard in front of him.
I think Kevin's pretty good too.
Kevin and Danny
Time to
go
think.
at it.
I like Kevin.
Yeah, those seem to be the popular answers.
I think
as much as I want to say me, Kev, I'm the pop in, throw a grenade, and run out guy.
That's accurate.
I think Scrap is going to surprise us.
Okay.
Person. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Who at the nest are you
He's
most
good.
looking forward to watching? Sorry.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. I was just gonna say Scrap's fun because he enjoys getting shit talked to the most of anybody. He's like, bring it on.
Great.
He wants it.
He's
like,
filing it away.
Fuels his fire.
Yeah.
He's getting ready.
All right. Scariest person to get locked in a room with?
Roger.
Bully.
No, it's Cody.
Go.
Oh.
He's
don't know.
gentle.
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
He could
See,
be
on
wearing,
one hand,
he could be wearing nothing underneath those clothes, and you know,
I didn't say you're gonna be in the room naked with him.
neither did I.
Yeah, I don't know
Neither
where
did
I don't know where you're going.
That's why it's scary.
see,
does have 8
on one
personalities.
hand, goalie could be the scariest person to be locked in a room with. Did you say a dark room or just any room?
Any room. It
Good
could
point.
be
All right.
dark.
Well, if it's a dark room, you could be scared because it's goalie, and then you could also have like a shining little neon fluorescent light coming from his skin because he's so pasty pale. So it could also be comforting at the same time.
That's
He
true.
may also try to whittle you into something. I don't know what.
He would definitely be the first person to start eating another person.
Yeah, that would have been a good
Fact.
question to ask.
That's the right
He would
answer.
not be. He would not be afraid to eat a person. I think. Yeah.
Definitely goalie. Yeah. Good.
Who are you looking forward to the most watching at the nest?
Huh.
I think Templeton is gonna scare some of the old people at the nest. So he's out. Like they won't even approach him. He's just too handsome. Danny could be up there. I could be up there, just depending on how many drinks I have. I have a feeling that there's going to be some handcuffs put on me.
I think Marjorie's gonna have a good time.
So
She seems like she'd be a blast to be around.
Yeah, she'll
say
she's gonna be a blast.
Yeah.
I'd agree.
Yeah. She seems awesome.
sure. I'm gonna say Fuffle.
Or double B, yeah.
Awful.
He could clean up. Yeah.
I think Al.
Okay. Did you say double B? Double B
Fuffle's a
is
goofy little guy.
double B
Basically
is
everybody.
double B is the age range. So he's just
Yeah,
gonna
he's
fit right in. Like everybody will
Fox,
just
yeah.
think he's part of the crew out there.
Yep.
He's just going to move out there for it.
Poor guy. So, all right. So, predictions for the Granddaddy. What are we thinking, guys?
Win.
All right.
Do you
Win.
need specifics?
Wow.
I mean,
Yeah.
we'll win.
All right. I like it.
Hey, what kind of predictions do you want? I think that we're all going to have a freaking blast.
Yeah.
I think we all know
good
how
time.
to do it the right way. We've talked about that a bunch. It's not gonna shock us if we bring home something shiny around our waist like a belt. I think that there's going to be some of this going on. Wait, I'm on blur, aren't I?
Those
Yeah, I was gonna
fuzzy
say.
Callaway
tears.
Callaway tears happening. Why is it not zooming? What in the world?
It's because you got the blur.
Man, we
I
got
predict Callaway tears.
two fails on here.
Maybe not all Callaway tears. Finley probably doesn't cry, but
Not capable.
He collects them. Who would be scarier? I've asked this to another group, I think. Who would be scarier to face? Finley, all square going into the back nine of a round, or 10 o'clock Luke at the nest?
10 o'clock Luke at the nest.
It's a good answer.
Yeah.
yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, that's just golf. I agree. 10 o'clock.
I'm here for my liver,
Yeah.
my kidneys, maybe
Yep.
my
The other one-
my dignity.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So
That
we
one
are.
brings pain the whole next day. So yeah.
Yeah. The look that Luke can get in his eye is scary. All right, guys. So we are just about ready to wrap up. Any closing comments? Anything you want to say to the forum before we sign off here?
We're excited. We're really glad that everyone's going to be following along, and thanks for the support so far. We know it's only going to grow in the next 5 weeks here, and we're we're going to do everything that we can to make sure that the Granddaddy happens in 2023. That's our main goal here.
Mhm.
One.
Yep.
Yep.
That's a good
Just
goal.
reiterate what he said. We're crazy excited. Obviously, can't wait. It's going to be a blast, and can't wait to bring it to the forum. And we've talked about a lot that we feel like we had a good group that's going to put on a good show for everybody, and really looking forward to it.
Nice. Awesome. Paul, anything on your end?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're all excited. I think Danny's saying we're going to put on a good show, right? Hopefully we bring some entertainment value. Hopefully everybody likes to see everybody rip on each other, because man, we do that well. I'd also really like to thank Templeton for showing up tonight. That was a huge added value to this.
Yeah.
That was a massive win for us. That's a good start for the month of November. Thanks, buddy. Thanks, Kev. I appreciate you doing it, man. I think we're gonna have a lot of fun here in a month.
You bet.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Kevin.
Yeah, thanks to you too, man.
Hey, thanks for letting me be a small sliver of this. I've enjoyed it. It's been fun watching you guys. I've told the other teams, man, if there's a team that can get this to come back again in 2023, it's definitely you guys. You guys are gonna do well. You're gonna enjoy the experience, and Callaway's going to enjoy it just as much because you're a great group. So I wish you well. Wish Templeton a little less well now that he couldn't have reception. But well, yeah, I appreciate it, guys. Enjoy the heck out of it. Have fun, and hopefully we see a belt coming back to THP.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers, brother. Cheers, guys.
See you guys.
See you guys.
Cheers.